what happens when a slip and fall is a little bit more than an accident? Well, here at Demesmin Dover, we're helping you break down the facts and helping you with the assistance you need from Ebony Hankerson and Francisco Llanos. Of course, we're talking about proving liability. Thank you guys for having us.
Of course.
Anytime.
So what happens and how can we say if a slip and fall was an accident and then we may think it's a legal case? How do we separate the differences?
Well, as far as whether it's a legal case or not, one of the things that you must have is an injury. Like, you have to have an injury in order to have a case or a claim, whether that's your leg, your neck, or your back. That is one of the things that you must have in order to eventually have a slip and fall case at all.
And so what evidence do you have to prove when you want to file a case like this?
As far as with the evidence, it can go towards many things, but one of the things that we look for is the substance. What did you slip on? What color was it? How did the substance appear? Those are very important factors to actually look into or pay attention to in order to have a stronger claim. Because some clients, they don't even know what they slipped and fell on, and it actually weakens their case.
That's interesting. And so what if I did have a slip and fall, I did not report it or make a claim at the moment, can I still do that?
Yeah. Whenever you go ahead and slip or trip or whatever the case may be, obviously we would love for you to go ahead and make an incident report with whatever premise this happened. However, it doesn't mean that it's going to prevent you from actually opening up a claim against them. A little bit harder to prove at the end of the day, but it doesn't prevent you at all whatsoever.
And so do business owners or employers, do they have to have certain responsibilities in order to prevent something like this from happening?
Yeah, all premise or businesses need to go ahead and make sure that they inspect their premise, make sure that their premise is safe from known or unknown dangers. And the main thing that we want to focus on is to make sure that the policies and procedures that are in place by the store are upkept, right? Employees should be walking around making sure that there isn't a substance on the floor or something that somebody could trip on, or putting down cones, notices to make sure that the clients are safe when they are traversing through the store.
Yeah, for sure. What are some misconceptions of slip and falls in cases like this?
I would say one of the most misconceptions is the fact that when a person slips and falls in a store, they automatically think that the store is at fault. That's not true. There's certain things that you have to, by statute, follow. And that's two of the things I should say. It's actual notice and constructive notice. Someone should have known about the substance on the floor, or could have known, whether that's through it existing on the floor for a certain period of time. However, if the store or the premise had no idea that it was on the floor, more than likely you won't have a case.
Very interesting. And just hearing you guys break all this stuff down, thinking about any time that someone may have a slip and fall, it could be quite overwhelming trying to figure out what to do and where to go, but they can come to Demesmin in Dover. So how can we get in touch with you?
Sure, you can go ahead and call us at 866-954-MORE or 866-954-6673.
They know it. They know the numbers. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.